Hello everyone, this is Marshee and I'm coming to you with another Starcraft 2 cast here today. Today we have a Terran versus Zerg here on Entombed Valley. We'll start introducing the players in the top left corner, close by air position, actually just close spawns, to tell you the truth. We have our red Terran, PansatyrLedr. PansatyrLedr, okay. And in the our little missteps here is the blue Zerg. We do have Fergyland, land of the Fergies, which is no land I want to be at. Anyways, this is a bronze level game, so any rhyme or reason or any sort of strategy is thrown out the window. These are bronze level strategies and these should not be repeated at all. Well, this is a very good thing starting off so far. We do have a supply depot here at this ramp. Maybe you want to form some sort of a wall off. Yes, and there's the barracks going down. So, PansatyrLedr has some sort of plan, hopefully, or he just might make mass marines and just win the game that way. Fergyland going for the 9 spawning pool with some 2 drones added into the mix. And we do have the complete wall off from PansatyrLedr, so he doesn't want any pesky ling run bys going into his main, eating all and chomping up all his SCVs. Anyways, guys, just going to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Marshee. It's not my real name, but it's my Battle.net ID name. And I'm a young, aspiring caster, around 20 years old. I am a college student. We've got the evolution chamber going down. And any sort of feedback is welcome. If you will, just leave a like, subscribe, put a comment on the YouTube page. Find me out on Reddit in the subreddit r/castit. You will. Just any sort of support, any sort of criticism, greatly appreciated. So anyways, now that we got this out of the way, we're going back to the game. We do have 4 Zerglings out for Fergyland. Maybe just doing some initial scouting. We do have a scouting SCV for PansatyrLedr. Just gonna go check this bottom base. Doesn't see anything yet, but these Zerglings are in hot pursuit. And will this SCV lose his life here today? We are going to find out. And he does. Oh, he just explodes. Poor buddy. Very nice round by Fergyland, even though it was probably accidental, considering he has a whopping 19 actions per minute. Let's check the EPM. Around, an action every 2 seconds. That's 1, 2, click. 1, 2, click. 1, 2, click. Anyways, let's throw that little nifty bar away. And we just got these scouting SCVs, scouting Zerglings, checking around the map here. Meanwhile, back at PansatyrLedr's base, we do have a bunker for extra defense against those pesky Zerglings. We do have 3 Reapers trained up, and those are good against Zerglings, drones, and anything squishy. And we do have another barracks coming up for PansatyrLedr. Let's check the saturation here. Really good saturation. He is missing 1 SCV on the mineral patch. Oh, now he's got all the SCVs on the mineral patch. He's got perfect saturation. And he's got 1 gas going. Let's check the saturation here for the Zerg player. We only have 11 drones mining. You could definitely get 5 more on there and be mining super efficiently. But he does have 3 on gas, nothing crazy like 5, so that's good. We do have some more Zerglings out on the map. Speed, nowhere near even completing, it's not even started yet. But we do have an evolution chamber for upgrades that we're not getting, and we also have a roach warren for building roaches. So we might see some early aggression coming out of Fergyland here, but we do have a bunker full of 3 Marines, and as you know, Marines destroy everything. That is right. It one-shots Ultralisk They're just the most overpowered unit in the game. And I'm being very sarcastic, folks. Do not take me seriously. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Then we have these Reapers just kind of running. I think they're running. I can't tell. They're kind of just moving their feet back and forth. They're actually floating. But we do have Reaper, maybe. Oh, Reaper barely alive. Only 5 health left. He would have died to another little Zergling nibble. But Reapers are not that great up against hard armored roaches here. And we do have these Zerglings dying in vain. But these roaches are going to be a more than enough match for these Reapers. If these Reapers can just kite them and just throw their little D8 charges at these buildings. And the roaches are going to come. One is definitely going to fall. Another is falling. And gets away with his life. Nope, just messing. Anyways, back at PansatyrLedr's base, you have a factory coming up with the reactors, so we are going to see reactor Hellions coming out, or maybe he's going to do a switch with one of these barracks. Maybe do some, nope, just JK. We got 4 Marauders coming out for PansatyrLedr, who's floating a little bit of a bank here. He is getting the second gas for the extra gas income. Might want to think about taking his natural here and just walling off right here, but it doesn't matter. We have a huge roach push coming. We do have 11 roaches, almost the amount of, actually the same amount of drones mining as we do roaches on the field. We do have another base up, but these roaches are just kind of parked out here. And this bunker, definitely, I would definitely put a Marauder in the bunker. It does have +1 armor, so the roaches will only do 14 damage per shot. And we do have 2 more barracks coming up for PansatyrLedr. The reason why I'm saying that, the leader just... Anyways, hold on. Huge battle. These 4 Marines successfully deterred 11 roaches. These are the most boss Marines ever. And we are going to help them take down those rocks. But that's okay. Anyways, if we ever see a bronze game get to where he takes a 3rd, it's quite pro. Very pro. Anyways, the reason why I say PansatyrLedr, it just kind of sounds Vikingish. The pan and then the leader, the Satyr. So I think it's actually Greek. Satyr? Satyr? I think it's. Anyways, we do have these roaches denying this expansion if there ever was one. And we do have a command center coming out from PansatyrLedr. Definitely think about the longer macro game. No sort of crazy one base all in. And of course, I am trying to rhyme and reason with a bronze level game, so who knows what's going to happen. We do have the Overlord party commencing. Overlords are one of the most notorious partiers in the Starcraft 2 realm. They just kind of clump together and they just chill, relax, just kind of float up, and you know, just chill here. Floating and bobbing. See, let's check how many drones we still. Oh, we got 2 more drones coming out. These will most likely be buildings. And we do have 8 drones here mining. So let's check a look at the incomes. We do have the Zerg player actually with more income. I think basically because he's got a couple more drones mining. Anyways, we do have a medevac. And we do have this little Marauder Marine cluster here. We're going to attack these roaches. And we do have these roaches are going to get wiped up. I don't know, this tank's going to be a boss and start slowly killing these roaches. But with this medevac here, these roaches are going to be destroyed. And we do have 1 roach still hanging out, watching his roach brethren kind of just die and kick to dust there. But we do have enough roaches back home to handle any sort of, well, this tiny bush at least. So we do have PansatyrLedr taking his natural with his new command center. And we do have, looks like, maybe some sort of bio tank medevac play coming out for PansatyrLedr. Meanwhile, just roaches for Fergyland. The R button is almost worn out on his keyboard right now. If he's using the R button, you might just click the larva and then click it. Keep clicking the roach. Just keep clicking it. No hotkeys required. Might as well not even use the keyboard. And once again, let's just double check on the APM. Okay, 25. He's blazing whatever he's doing right now. He's clicking right away. Back to the production tab. We do have +1 coming out for Karen Infantry, and we do have Siege Tech almost complete. So we do have a decent sized force here. We have more roaches coming out. Nothing still being upgraded. 2 drones chilling, hanging out, just kind of floating and doing the drone life. We do have the army of overlords. We do have some. I use army so very loosely. These are just the newcomers to the party, going to the corner, chilling out, grabbing a few drinks, grabbing a couple cocktails. We do have Blair Tech out for PansatyrLedr with no sword. We do have the Hydralisk Den, so it looks like we are going to have Roach and Hydra composition against this mostly bio ball here. And we do have the mules coming down, harvesting like 7,000 minerals per second. And boom, look at that income. Anyways, we do have Spire coming out as well for Fergyland. Fergyland, if you are listening, you really only have enough gas for 1, and all these tech buildings are just right here. Very, just, you know, if you had to go click an upgrade, you just go over here to the tech building pile. Need some overlords? Go to the overlord building pile. Need some roaches? We got roaches right here. Fergyland likes everything in little groups. So we do have drones coming out. No, destructible rocks I'm being clicked on. Don't know where these drones are headed. There's sort of expansion, unless we're doing some mass expansion play, which I don't think. With only 400 minerals. Don't know what's going on here. But we do have a push coming out from PansatyrLedr, and we have mostly roaches. If Fergyland attacks this army composition unsieged, you might have a chance of a pretty good chance of defeating it. Even if he doesn't, I still think he's going to overrun the army fairly easy. We do have Burrow coming out along with 6 Hydralisks, and I have never actually seen Roach Hydra played before in TvZ, so we're going to find out. We do have a hidden hatchery coming out from Fergyland, and he is going to have drones ready to mine it as soon as that pops, but it might not get to that. We do have these destructible rocks going down for some sort of reason. Not quite aware yet, but we will find out. Meanwhile, this is a pretty scary army. I don't care who you are. And we have no upgrades coming out. Burrow is almost done. And back at the base, oh my gosh, we do have a boss Terran player. He is taking his 3rd right here. And here we go. We might have some tanks being sieged here on the low ground. And they do. Look at that. We're going to get some elevator play. And look at this. This is such a nice play from PansatyrLedr. Not going up the ramp and into unknown territory, but he can see this little ground right here, and he will unload right here on the creek. Probably not the best place to unload, but he does have siege tank support. This is going to be very good. Maybe jump in there, Sniper Queen. Oh, and there's the tank shots going on, and these Hydralisks are melting before your eyes. The roaches are finally going to join the party, but I believe the damage is done. These tanks are just getting so many kills right now, but now the tanks are very vulnerable, and these roaches are going to kill all 3 of these tanks here. But we do have Mutalisk out in the field, but they just kind of died of Marines. But this Hydralisk doing a pretty good job here. But these roaches are definitely going to wipe up this push here with the medevac dead. We do have some more hidden expansions. I guess not realizing this is actually your your 3rd. You just got to kill these rocks off first, and there's actually another ramp. But that's okay. We do have PansatyrLedr hanging out with his floated command center, and he is putting SCVs. He's doing a very good job saturating his or he just has a really good harvester count. Let's look at the harvesters. 31 harvesters to the 36 drones. We do finally have the drones mining down here, and now we're just going to kind of sit back, you know, get that Roach Hydra Death Ball from Fergyland. Sit back, get some Marauder tank I guess sort of a mixed bio and mech play here. Overlords, they're getting complaints now from the hardworking drones. They're just being too loud. They're floating too hard. They're just being such an annoying nuisance right here. We do have double layer tech here, so in case one layer dies, we do have a backup layer, and no upgrades ever because upgrades are overrated. Let's go back to production tab. We just got a plethora of units coming out. We do have a bunch of Marines, a bunch of Marauders. We got some Vikings to handle with those pesky Mutalisks, and we do have medevacs out to heal our bio. And just droning up, gearing towards the macro game. Going to have this crazy composition of Roach, Hydra, Mutalisk. Roach is tanking for the Hydras, and the Mutalisk maybe they're there. Anyways, probably horrible analysis, but who cares? They're just there. They are flapping. They even have eyes. I don't even see eyes on them. Anyways, we do have a bunch of Mutalisk out. Actually, we do have 9. They could definitely go around and start harassing and using every bit of that 15 APM PansatyrLedr is using. This poor SCV, he's trapped in the supply depots. All he's doing is counting weapons all day long. He's just a little trapped little SCV. But that's okay. We do have the third. We're starting to produce SCVs. Got them queued up. No big deal. It's Bronze League. We do have the enormous bank for PansatyrLedr. We do have 4.6k minerals, 1.7k minerals for Fergyland. Just really dumping his gas. We do have a bunch of Zerglings unupgraded. Really, upgrades are just, they shouldn't happen. Nothing has been upgraded at all. Not even, oh, we do have +1 carapace coming out for the Zerg player, and that will not hit before this timing reaches. But we do have the Mutalisk flying out in front, and they will be meted with a pretty yeah, they're just kind of melt because Marines are just good. And we do have the wings in the back doing no damage. We do have these Hydralisks though. These Hydralisks are doing a pretty good job, but all their meat shield's gone now. And I believe these Hydralisks are going to repel this small bio for us. Hydralisks do have crazy DPS. And with this one tanking Roach, actually never mind, they're just, oh, they're gonna burrow. They're sitting on top of them. Oh, they're sitting on top of them. Oh, look at the pop-up, and all these units are just gonna die. Pansatyr's like, where the F did these Hydralisks come from? And yes, this Marine's like running for his life, dodging spines left and right. And this, these rocks are not killed, and so these Hydralisks are going to kill the rest of these SCVs. But when you have 6.7k minerals, you can lose 3 bases, and it's still not a matter. We do have, oh my god, we do have +3 coming out for the Terran player. The Terran player is really just on top of his upgrades here. We do have SCVs chilling. We do have some mining. Good saturation for Pansatr. And we've got these hidden expansions. Got one gas here, another gas here, and it's actually mined out of gas. We are at the 26-minute mark. So, yes, we do have more Hydralisk with +1 armor. We do have a bunch of Hydralisk actually. The DPS on these Hydralisks are pretty insane. Whatever 12 divided by 0.83 is what they do damage per shot or second. And we do have more Zerglings streaming across the map, and we do have SCVs being transferred once again to SCVs are being transferred to kill these rocks. They're actually mining this, thinking it's minerals, but they're actually not doing anything productive. That was really zoomed in. That was a really up close shot of a command center or orbital command. And we do have a bio ball for PansatyrLedr. Yes, we do have the 2 tanks on the high ground, but we do have a pretty good concave with these Hydralisks. The Zerglings are doing a pretty good job being a meat shield, and these Hydralisks are actually really good without as long as they got that shield, they are just going to start shooting away. But going up this ramp is going to probably be a very costly mistake. PansatyrLedr does have the better concave, but there is no medevac support, and I believe he is overstemming, but he does. Oh, and the nice flank over here with the rest of the Hydralisk. They are going to wipe up the rest of these the stuff, but not with his tank support. His tank support is just going to eat through the Hydralisk. And where are those Mutalisks? They're all dead. So you have 2 Zerglings going to come in here and do awesome damage. One morphing into a Baneling. This Zergling's going to just slowly eat away and just morph into a Baneling right in front of PansatyrLedr. He's just saying, "Come at me, bro," and he is coming at him, bro. And they is going to die. And this one Baneling's just going to explode, doing 75 damage. Because he has no upgrades. No upgrades. If you could see me right now, I'm furiously clicking on my mouse, clicking the evolution chamber to tell him to make upgrades. My APM's actually more than Fergyland right now. Just clicking on the evolution chamber. Anyways, we do have good saturation coming down here. Let's take a look at the units. We do have 59 drones to the 27 SCVs. We do have 8.7k minerals, which could put me through college. We do have this flock of Mutalisk here chilling. Still not trying to get. He only has. Okay, there he goes. He does have all his extractors mining. He needs to go ahead and grab these 2, and honestly, just grab every expo on the map. It's not going to hurt him one bit. But this is Bronze League, and strategy doesn't matter. It's just who has the bigger army in the end. And here just come the PansatyrLedr actually going to use his bang now. He's just kind of building buildings wherever he wants, willy-nilly, and not producing. He is starting to produce more units. Do we have Marines with 3-3? Anywho, we do have Mutalisk. Oh, I hate casting bronze names. Sorry, PansatyrLedr, you did submit this, and it's just this game is really long, and I'm tired, but I'm done complaining. I'm gonna keep casting. We do have another expo being taken. These drones are just still waiting to mine. Meanwhile, the Overlord party, see, they weren't leaving. These drones had to leave. The drones gave up, and these Overlords are still partying their little hearts out. They're still just kind of floating things of supply here. We do have this mini Mutalisk, Hydralisk Roach Death Ball here with the maze of Karen buildings here. We do have like 4 billion command centers. Very interesting tactic by Fergyland. He just takes 1 gas at each base. Well, I say that. He's actually taking all of them now. But anyways, we do have a pretty scary army coming out from Fergyland. The only thing helping PansatyrLedr is the fact that he has 3-3 on his bio ball. But his units are not together, and here comes a major attack. One of the 4 million command centers is going to die. One does go down. We do have his units all spread out. There's no banelings, so this split is not going to work. He is killed the planetary! This is obviously the most important choice for anyone right now, is to kill the planetary. He's going to kill all these command centers right now. And now the army for PansatyrLedr is coming out. And there's a very big engagement. We'll see if the upgrades are going to pay off for these Marines. And it looks like they are, but I believe they just has too many Hydralisks right now. And everything is still going to die. These Marines are getting rallied to their death here. Except for these Marines are being bosses. But these will slowly get impaled by flying needles and acid. We do have the planetary fortress going to roast and blow up these Hydralisks, but we do have some extra reinforcements streaming in from the Zerg player, and these barracks are going to fall as well. And now the bank for Karen is no longer existing because he is only down to 2 mineral patches. He's not even mining off this base. His main is completely mined out, and we have this one Hydralisk working as, oh my sweet mother of God. That was the funniest thing ever. And now these Hydralisks are just going to explode as well. Anyways, we do have these tanks slowly going to die eventually by these Mutalisks. But the Mutalisks are getting shot out by Vikings. And these Marauders are not going to do a damn thing. But these 3 Marines will. Sorry, that was just hilarious. I was really so focused on these Hydralisks. Just trying to slowly kill off this burning barracks, and they just exploded in a gory Hydralisk mess. Oh, that was too funny. Anyways, yeah, not many minerals left for PansatyrLedr. He does have another expo up, and he can just mass transfer all the SCVs to this one expo. 4th base, I guess, is out of the question. These bases don't matter. These are reserved for the other players that are supposed to play this game but never showed up. Pansatyr just didn't get the memo. Fergie did get the memo. Full Energy Queen, Inject Star thing of the past. We do have a nice size army, Hydralisk army for PansatyrLedr. No upgrades ever. Never upgrades. Upgrades are for losers. And here comes the mass transfer. Here comes the SCV train. Mules be dropping. That's so many SCVs. Now they're going to all spread out. Meanwhile, just massing up that army. Gas is like the most needed resource for both of these players right now. And we do have a bajillion tanks, which absolutely destroy Hydralisk, especially unupgraded Hydralisk. Oh, we did use an inject. We are going to start using them for Mutalisk. Just a little side fact, Fergyland, if he had the drones, he could make 142 spine crawlers right now. Or if he had the larva count, he can make, God, I didn't even know how many Zerglings. Okay, we're going to do the math here. I don't even know. Okay, I'll get back to you on the math right now, but it doesn't matter. He does have unupgraded lings, not even with speed. Does he even have a hive? No hive. We are just perfectly content with layer tech, double layer tech. Does he have triple layer tech? No triple layer tech. But we do have the tanks coming in. We do. They are unupgraded. But we do have 3-3 Marines for support and 3-3 Marauders for support as well. But we do have this really scary flock of Mutalisk, really scary big Hydralisk wall. So if Fergyland can attack this army before it's sieged, it's going to do. It will destroy this army. I am fairly certain. But this is going to be a close one. If these tanks siege up, oh, and here comes the army. They're being alerted. Only a part of them is attacking at the same time. Oh, and here comes the massive siege up, and everything's just going to explode. All the Mutalisks are just going to die to all these Marines, and the Hydralisks actually holding their. Actually, no, they all exploded at the same time. They're all dead. We do have the boss Hydralisk shooting it away just as hard as it can. Oh, and it dies. So it does look like all the tech is all going to die from this army here. Well, let's check out the production tab. We do have 5 Mutalisks in production because Mutalisks are good against tanks but they're not good against Marines. But there is no medevac, and he did stem for no apparent reason whatsoever, and just really actually the splash damage. His building killed more units than his actual army did, I do believe. We do have, I believe these Mutalisks could do some damage actually. We do have like 5 Mutalisks here and a Queen. We do have, we do have buildings, and these Mutalisks are going to get a couple good shots off. I mean, these Marines are going to get a couple good shots off on the Mutalisk. We do have apparently tech switching into unupgraded Ling's Mutalisk play, and the Spine Crawler does fall. Fergyland cannot let all this tech die. He is upgrading! For the love of God, do not kill this evolution chamber. Whatever you do, PansatyrLedr, do not kill the evolution chamber. Don't do it. Oh, I would just cry little Zerky tears. Oh, and we do have the Mutalisks coming in, and we do have ruling support, and there is no more Marines. All these units are going to die. Say goodbye, tanks, and the tanks are dead. And 2 armor gets to finish for the Zerg player. This makes me happy. Where did all the this party's on wheels, guys. This party's moving on out. And we do have Thors coming in. We do have Lings along the way. But these Mutalisks are going to die against these Thors. One Thor does go down. Well, another Thor. Both Thors do go down. And this tank goes down as well. But we have a mobile party up here in the north, guys. Everything is A-OK for right now. We do have these Mutalisks slowly chipping away at the Planetary. And these Mutalisks can actually kill a ton of SCVs right now. These Zerglings could actually kill the Orbital Command. But the SCVs are going to go and attack these unupgraded Lings. With now +2 Carapace, they're actually not attacking. They're just kind of watching the Zerglings kill it. But they are going to do a mass repair. But this Planetary should fall as well. We do have more Marines coming. We do have a lone tank. And we do have 18,000 minerals in the bank for Fergyland. 18,000. That's, God, it's still so, I can't do math right now. And now Fergyland's screaming OP for SCVs being able to repair buildings. Because he really worked on this forever. And here's the mobile party. We have found a new party spot over these little dagger-like spiky things down here at the bottom. We do have 2 drones making their way down to the bottom base. We do have a ton of Mutalisk. But of course, you know, they don't help with ground carapace. They only get help from the flyer carapace. But we do have a bunch of Zerglings unupgraded. I wonder if he's ever heard of Speedlings. Because they're actually really good if used correctly. We do have a nice bio ball of Marines for PansatyrLedr, and they should decimate Mutalisk fairly quickly. Let's take a look at the units lost. We do have 36,000 unit resources lost for Fergyland, or only to 24,000 for PansatyrLedr, and we do have a big old push coming from PansatyrLedr. I don't know how well this is going to go against 3 Marines, and let's find out. And just how I thought, they're just going to die and run away. We do have the stem forward, and actually doing a fairly good job, because not many of the Marines are firing. Now they are, and now a lot of stuff's going to die. So now we have transitioned into Marine tank, lone 2 tank, lone Thor, commanding Thor here. We do have SCVs hiding in the trees. They're being secretive. They're whispering secrets to each other like little girls. Oh, and here comes the 5th SCV floating on over here. Hey, little guys, 4 SCVs chilling by the tree. They might construct a treehouse today. Anyways, we do have the Marine force coming, breaking down these rocks. We do have another force coming here. We do have the drones coming out. And here we go, guys. Oh, it's our secret club. No girls allowed. You silly guys. Oh, I can't get out of here, guys. What's going on? We do have a Planetary going down with 2 missile turrets for defense. We do have the drone transfer again. I'm opting to forget that Vespian geyser. We do have more hatcheries. He's actually using, he's like, I need larva. And when you have 19 18,000 minerals. You can do that. You can build 3 hatcheries. Poor drones. You know, at the party, everyone's having fun time. They're all really wasted right now. The SCV party is in fact over. They have better things to do. They got to get back to their real life. But we do have another hatchery going down, and these drones just waiting to work, waiting to add to the bank to send all their little larva children to college to become big, strong Ultralisk or big, strong broodboards one day. This game's going way too long. I am starting to talk to myself. Well, actually, I have been talking to myself for the past 49 in-game minutes, but that is okay. Someone will eventually hear me once this ever gets uploaded to YouTube. These medevacs definitely have their work cut out for them. They healed a whole squadron of mariners. And we do have the Mule Throwdown over here. We do have high-sec auto-tracking plus Terran building armor, which gives armor to building. We do have more unupgraded Zerglings along the way. Banelings would actually go a really long way for Fergyland. We do have this one queen injecting 4 hatcheries right now. And we do have more overlords. These overlords are going to form a party of their own. These were the rejected overlords. They did not get invited to the cool kid party, but instead they're going to sit in someone's basement and play video games all night. And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. LAN parties are always the fun parties. They have lots of Mountain Dew and they're going to get cracked up. We do have a huge, holy bonkers Batman. We do have a ton of Zerglings out, 5 pages worth of Zerglings with a handful of Mutalisks with some Roach support. And the one thing that's really helping PansatyrLedr right now was those those upgrades. Upgrades is single-handedly keeping PansatyrLedr in this game right now. We do have, holy crap, 2 extractors going at this base. That is uncalled for. And we do have the tech, we do have the tech, the shit here, whatever it's called. We are checking the third, doing a good job, trying to find out where these bases are from PansatyrLedr. He's going to kill these rocks that are still up 51 minutes into the game. We do have Zergs coming, one holding a big old canister of Vespian gas. We do have this base still mining. Everything's being mined out. We do have just and oh sweet god, here comes the Zerglings. The slow Zerglings. Fergyland's I got slow internet. Well, it might be because you have 6 full pages of Zerglings coming across the map, but that's okay. Do you? And we do have the attack on these oh, a ton of Thors here. Oh, and this tank's gonna get a bajillion kills. Oh, let's see how many kills. I'm watching this tank. 9 kills. Oh, this tank is getting so many splash damage. 14 kills. The planetary will go down. Focus everything on the planetary. The planetary is not going down for some reason because they're unupgraded, and the planetary fortress has 5 armor. They were only doing 1 damage at a time. And this tank, this super boss tank, 18 kills, 21 kills. It's not over yet. The whole army for Fergyland is dead. But he could just remax at any time because he has 18,000 minerals in the bank. And the main army is coming back for Fergyland. And we do have a few Zerglings. Might morph into Banelings. Oh, we got 4 Banelings coming up. But all these units are going to die before they even get close. Actually, they got close to a tank and killed it. Oh, canceling. That required micro. Believe it or not. We do have the big death ball push coming back. We do have a bunch of these SCVs are actually holding their own fairly well against these Zerglings. They actually, wow. These are the commanding Zerglings. These are the commanding SCVs. This guy's still got his Vespian gas container and he is not dying yet. These SCVs are bosses. Not one SCV has died so far. They just took on Zerglings in the face like a boss. Will they take on the Broodlings? The Broodlings, look at that. These SCVs were amazing. Fergyland has left the game. PansatyrLedr played an amazing game. Really kept on top of his upgrades. Really did a good job with upgrades. And looking fairly solid for a bronze player. Well, thank you guys for staying for the long haul with me tonight, day to night, whenever you decide to view this. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry if I got a little whiny at times. It's a bronze game. But anyways, PansatyrLedr, if you're listening out there, did a good job, my man. Alright, yeah. Have a good night, guys.